Hello, welcome back to another episode of SLAB Talk. A lot of the books that I sent to CGC, they were sent there because it was not easy to give a grade. I may believe a grade to be a certain numbers, but I don't really want to convince a buyer, a potential buyer, that I'm right or I know what I'm doing and trust me. Okay, so a lot of times there's a lot of books that borderline not worth sending to CGC, but in the end it's a lot easier to submit to CGC just to get a sale quickly. And here is a beautiful copy of X-Men 35. Okay, I can tell you this book has not been pressed, has not been cleaned. It's gorgeous. Okay, look at the gloss, but you can also see, look at the, you see the indentation that you see right there. Okay, that's a production issue. Usually when you see one, you see another one on top. It's usually a parallel one. You can see right there. Okay, that's what they call, I think people call it the roller mark. It's when the cover go through production line and whatever it is that roll across the cover leave that indentation. And the majority of this can be pressed out, but whenever I see a Silver Age or Bronze Age books with that kind of indentation, for sure that's a sign that the book has not been pressed, in my opinion. Some people may disagree. You know how YouTube is. Yes, it has been pressed, it can't be that nice looking. Yes, it can. So you see the same marks on the back. There you go, see? Sometimes it breaks colors, okay? Sometimes the indentation is bad enough that it breaks a little color, but it's normal. A lot of time I don't really feel a need to press out this book to get a better grade, because right here, can you see that? There you go. There's a tear right there. That's a bummer, right? I remember buying this book off eBay a while ago, and when I saw that tear right there, I didn't see it in the scan, but I got it for such a good price that even with that little tears right there that I couldn't really see from the scan, I decided to keep the book. I didn't even email the seller to say anything, but because of that right there, okay, I think this book is gonna be 8.5. As far as do I need to press the book to ensure it get an 8.5, I might have to do it. Okay, even though this is a production related flaws, I might have to do it just so that it look nicer. Okay, just so that it look flatter instead of, you see this big indentation across. So yes, it will get a little press just to make those areas look nicer, but then I think because of that tear, it's gonna be an 8.5. Next up, another very nice looking book. This one also has not been pressed, as you can see right there. Okay, certainly that area would look nicer if that was pressed. There's a lot of little indentation and bend. This book actually was part of the X-Men Silver Age collection I bought. Really nice, really sharp book, but the big problem is right there. You see that? See those little holes? Okay, what do you think? Okay, that's definitely man-made. Okay, it was not a production flaw. There was other books in the collection that suffer much worse damage on the top edge, so something happened when the book was in storage. So I know it's not production related, it's man-made. Okay, so those little dimple and ripples right there can be fixed. Back cover is super clean, as you can see. Nice book, right? For books that was poorly stored and not pressed. See, not everything needs to be pressed, but for sure this might need a little loving touch right here. But because of those little holes right there, it's really hard to pin down the grade. I think this book can be an 8.5 even with those little holes. So my prediction is 8.5 on both. We'll see when I submit the book and find out. But you know, when it comes down to book that's tough to grade, for me it's always easier to just leave it to CGC to tell me what the grade is, and then I don't have to convince anybody that I know how to grade.